Arnold Schwarzenegger is the youngest ever Mr. Olympia winner in history and an iconic actor best known for his portrayal of the Terminator. He went from growing up poor in Austria, spending time in military prison for going AWOL during training in order to compete in a bodybuilding contest, to becoming the most important figure in bodybuilding history, the world's most popular actor, and a governor of California. Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Top 10, I got a top 10. Got my motivation high for my top 10. Gotta learn from the wise women and men. All my life, like na 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 na. For my top 10, top 10, na 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 na. This one's for my top 10.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and I make these videos because you are probably the most ambitious person in your circle, but you know you're capable of more, and you get that push by surrounding yourself with the best. So today, let's learn from one of the best, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and my take on his top 10 rules of success. Enjoy. Okay, let's kick it off with rule number 1. Just do it.
People should just realize that I'm not going to have any sympathy for any of those things, when someone says it's difficult, because there is a lot of things in life that are difficult. And you have to ask yourself the question right off the top, are you going to be one of those guys that are going to go and back off every time something is difficult? Or do you want to be one of those guys that says, look, it doesn't matter if it's easy or difficult or most difficult, I'm going to go and crush through it. That's me. That's the person that I want to be, and I'm going to prove it to myself, and I'm going to prove it to the rest of the world. So yeah, there are certain things that are difficult. It's difficult for people to have a routine, but they just have to go and do that, and they should just work on it, where they go and say, do something very simple. I'm going to go and get up every morning at, let's say, an hour early, before they normally get up, and just work on that. And then the next time they work on it and say, okay, I'm going to get up early, and I'm going to go and make my coffee or my tea or whatever, and I'm going to read papers, even though maybe I haven't read the paper yet in the last 10 years. Just add that to you, and don't even ask about it, should or should not. That's the key thing about the routine, is that you don't ask yourself, should I or shouldn't I? You just do it.
Rule number 2, develop your mind and body.
In order to be complete, and that's when you really have a 100% chance at being successful. When you have a complete situation, that means that you have developed your body, meaning your health, your strength, your energy, and all of that makes you much more positive, right? Because that's when you wake up, when you feel strong, and you feel fit, and you ride the bicycle in the morning, the whole world looks much more bright. So the training of the body, extremely important. The training of the mind, extremely important. This is why I say to people, I say, you got to educate yourself, you got to read something every day, you got to learn a new language, you got to just always improve and look at what can you do to improve your business or your life in general. So to develop the mind, and then to develop the spiritual side and the soul, extremely important also. So if we put those three things together, we have total completion. And this is why the physical training, and I'm not talking about wanting to win Mr. Olympia, no. We're talking about just take some light weights and do your reps. Pump up the body, and get some blood in there. Then go and run. Go and run the stairs. Go and exercise. Go to a yoga class. Do some weight training. Or when you have kids, go out and play sports. Go football playing and go soccer playing and tennis playing and this, whatever you can. That is what creates kind of life in you, and therefore more enthusiasm, and you have a much more positive outlook in life.
Rule number 3, work hard.
Yeah. They say there's this magic pill that will make you big and strong like Hercules.
Will meet to decide which one is the most perfectly developed man in the world.
Yeah. They say it will make you a famous actor and get you elected into public office.
Political victory by an actor.
It will give you superhuman strength and a life of happiness. And muscles. We say there is no magic pill.
Rule number 4, train.
The bottom line is that you can train any time of the day. We learned that very quickly. And so I kind of continued on with the tradition. I did 2 hours of working out in the morning and then 2 hours in the evening. And that routine was automatic. I didn't even think about it. My entire time in my bodybuilding career, I always trained twice a day and never ever did I ask myself the question, should I go today and do the evening training? Or should I get up in the morning? I always got up at 5, 6 o'clock, always. And at 7 o'clock, I worked out.
Also, if you want to have unstoppable confidence and self-love, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
I was excited about taking a shot. The fact that it was so strange.
Be you. Be yourself. Whether it's in entertainment, whether it's out in public, whether you're a celebrity or not, whatever. And the most powerful thing you could be is yourself.
Playing these characters and doing this, it's been a great combination, like a really good year to just push the envelope. And I think that's always what I want to do.
Rule number 5, believe.
The bigger your goals are, and the more outrageous they are, or especially if someone else has never done it, then the people will always say, this is crazy, this will never happen, you cannot do that, it's impossible, and all those things. And so, you know, we have heard all the naysayers and everything like that, and you just cannot pay any attention to that, because it's just the way it is. And so I always feel like, if I can see it, and if I can believe it, then I can achieve it.
Rule number 6, have routines.
I have a routine, which basically means they do something where you don't have to think much, if at all. Like, I believe that routines are very important. It's kind of like the foundation, like to a house or to a building or to anything. So that means, like, if I get up in the morning, part of my routine is to get up in the morning at, let's say, 5 o'clock. Then I make my coffee. I feed the animals. I go and read the paper, go through my iPad, see if there are any important messages. So that's part of the routine. I don't even think about that. I also, part of the routine is that I have my bike already mounted on the back of my car. I drive down and then take it off, and I ride with the bike to the gym in the morning around 6 o'clock or so. Then I go to the gym and I work out 45 minutes to an hour. So that's also routine. It's always kind of the same thing, in that to do arms and deltoids one day, and the next day the chest and back, and, calves and all this stuff I do every day, and form a little bit, and abs, of course, every day. And then it repeats itself. And I do this the whole week. And then what is also routine is that at night I do some extra cardiovascular work before I have dinner. So I go for, in my home gym here, I go upstairs and go for half an hour and do the arm cycle, or the treadmill, or the life cycle, or something like that. That is cardiovascular. And the idea is to burn enough calories so that when I eat dinner then, which is very minimal, that it is, I don't have to really worry about calories or gaining weight, because the older you get, the faster you gain weight and the more the body picks up, because your metabolism is slow. So you have to be very careful with that. So those are kind of routine things that I do. And you try to add as many of those routine things as possible, because you do them without ever thinking about it. And that's what we need to do. There's certain things that we need to do that is supposed to be a routine, that's supposed to be kind of part of your daily schedule, without you having to think about it. And so that's basically my kind of routine, and I'm a big believer in that.
Rule number 7, have a bucket list.
I think, everyone has their own list of things, a bucket list of things that they always wanted to do. I mean, for me, I always say to myself, I think it would be great if I would have enough time one time to just sit here and watch all the documentaries that I always wanted to watch. I watch documentaries and I watch movies and I watch the news and all of this stuff, but you always feel like there's just so much out there, so much content out there that you would like to kind of see. And but everyone has different needs. Some people feel like, oh, my wish list always was to spend more time with my family. So then that's what you should do. Play with your, if you're old, like my age, you play with your grandkids maybe, or with your kids, or, and have a good time that way. And hang out with your parents if you still have parents and all this stuff. So everyone has a different kind of a wish list of things that they wish they could do.
Rule number 8, concentrate.
I think the biggest mistake is that you go to the gym and you go through the motion, but you don't really have your mind inside the muscle. So when you do a bicep curl, I can't just stand there like this. Yeah, you can. I've seen the guys training with me also 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day. But they look like shit. And why did they look like shit? It's because they didn't concentrate. They did the same exercise, but they stood like this and then they looked sideways. Kind of like they were bored. Because they didn't even know why they were training. That they were not inside that bicep. Or inside that lat when you do the rowing and you pull back and you flex the upper back and the center back, and then you let it down and you stretch it and you think about that the wing is coming out now, or like a curtain is opening up. We always thought about the curtain, right? This is when we did our lat spread. So you got to think about those things. When you do calf raises, and I do my donkey calf raises, I got to be inside the calves and to make them split, to make them open up when those guys sit on top of it. First 3 guys, then I have one guy jump off and with 2 guys, then I have another guy jump off, then there's one guy left on my back sitting and doing donkey raises. Some people looked at this and this guy's doing some kinky singing, but anyway, there was something else. There was strangers, they didn't know what we were doing. But I tell you, you got to be inside the muscle. The same is when you do chest. I mean, when I'm finished with a bench press, immediately I step in front of the mirror and I flex. I hit the shot. I want to see everything, how it works, right? And the same is with the cable crosses. When you do afterwards cable crosses, I want to always see what happens.
Rule number 9, encourage others.
The bottom line is, and why I like to do those seminars or those lectures or those motivational speeches or whatever you may call it, is because you can pump up people and you can really give them this extra push that they need. Give them encouragement, give them get them into a positive thinking mode and all of those things. Because I know that I'm a product of exactly that. Mm-hmm. I remember that when I was 15 years old and picking up this magazine and reading about Reg Park, I was so pumped up. I went home and all of the things that I hated at home, and all of the things that I hated in school, all of a sudden disappeared. Because now I had a purpose. Now I knew where I was going. I read it in the magazine, I said, this is what Reg Park did. Oh yeah, he came from a poor place, Leeds. It was a factory town, it was dirty and polluted and everything like this. And that's where he grew up. That's kind of the way I grew up here. And, I followed his footsteps and it worked. And so this is why it is so, when he just through a magazine, has this kind of a power over me. Yep. Imagine now if we go there and tell people, live, you can do it. You can do it. You can be the greatest. Do it. Go for it. Get to the chopper. Whatever. I mean, it's like you pump people up. And so this is why I like doing it, because I feel like I'm a product of a lot of encouragement from so many people. So I want to do the same, because remember, in the end, I always say we're not judged by how much we make, but we're judged by how much we give back. Nice. How much do we give? So that's where I want to give something back.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is have fun.
Basically, I'm going to play Howard, a physical fitness instructor who has become a regional manager for Gold's Gym. I'm Howard Kleiner. I'm here to help you. And we're doing all of this crazy stuff to raise some money for something kind of serious, which is after-school programs.
See you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, keep that up.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Hi, can I help you?
I forgot my key card.
What does a key card mean? You look like you're sweating a little bit. Let me just take care of everything. Here, I have a towel. How's it going?
Pretty good, thanks.
Drinking a lot of water? That's good. Because remember, 75% of the body is water. Keep drinking. Okay, we're not finished yet with the water drinking. When it burns it grows. Remember that.
You look so familiar to me.
Maybe you saw me on the FBI Most Wanted list. You look pretty pumped up. Remember, we do everything in reps. So you've done 2 reps of water drinking. Usually we do 10 reps of everything, so do another rep of water drinking. Go down a little further. You have elbows and you have knees, so touch them. Very nice. Stand up straight. Very good. Rep number 7. Stop being a baby. This is Gold's gym. This is not a baby gym. And 10. Very good. You did it. Give me 5. And that one. Ow. Why you hit so hard? I see some big guns back there. Hey, look at this. Come on now. Let's see the guns. You just remember, really pull. I love what I see and I see what I love. Don't laugh. This is a serious business. With the food supplements, the psychology, the mind, the body. What's the most important thing in being the weight training?
That's right, baby.
Yeah, Howard is my name. There you have it. That's the face that I like. Wow. He looks so good. He's so handsome.
Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, it's time for the question of the day. I want to know, what was your single biggest takeaway from this video, and what are you going to do to take action on it this week? When you write down what day, what time, and what place you're going to take action on something, you have a 91% chance of following through versus just 35% if you got motivated but never wrote down a plan. And when you share your plan and have public accountability, it raises your chances of following through even higher. So that's what I want to do today for you guys. You watch this video. What was your single biggest takeaway, and what is your plan to take action on it this week? Let me know. Put it down in the comments below.
Because I was so enthusiastic about, achieving my vision and turning my vision into reality and winning one championship after the next, there was always excitement and enthusiasm there. So when I went into the gym, I put my gym bag down and I immediately attacked the weights. There was many times we started out by doing maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes of ab work in the beginning to warm up, to do maybe 500 Roman chair sit-ups or something like that to warm up, and then we got right into it, or we go right into the whole thing. But it was right away, warm-up set, then the next weight up, boom, boom, all the way to the top until you just can't do it. And supersetting, everything was always supersetting, and 3 pumped sets and 4 sets in a row, 5 sets in a row. So it changed on what exercise we did, but it was always all out. And like I said, the training partner was always responsible to challenge you at all times. So that was the thing. I challenged my training partners, if it was Frank Zane, if it was Dave Draper, if it was Sergio Oliva, whoever the training partner was in any given moment, we challenged each other kind of in a fun way, but there was challenge there so that you don't slack off, so you don't give yourself a break.
If you want to change your life for free in the next 30 days, check the link right here below me. Or if you want 10 awesome rules from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy them. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.